Hello, everybody. Welcome back to EPIC48. We have an exciting game going ahead, but just a quick chat about the game that just went ahead. We had Team Veracity versus Aim Legion. Team Veracity did manage to take it in the end, as expected. What we expect from the Seed 1 team. Aim Legion, they looked a bit messy going into that new game. They're just a bit haphazard the entire time.
Yeah, I mean, Veracity, a top-notch team. I was thinking that Aim Legion might be having a hard time against someone like Snooze because they're a team, but yeah, Veracity just different gravy. These guys expect to go quite far in the tournament, and I guess we saw that they might actually be able to with their most recent performance. I didn't get to catch much of it. Do you remember any good moments, Huey?
Yeah, I remember there's some popping, we had Wolfie and we had Leak on the side of Aim Legion. They were kicking and screaming their way through that entire game, trying to drag themselves a few more rounds, but overall it was just the side of Team Veracity, their class. Aim Legion couldn't do anything about it.
Fun little clash between Wolfie and some of his old
Yeah,
teammates as well.
absolutely.
But yeah, I wasn't watching that game. I was just watching our current competitors in this match finish off their OT game. NEGEVS in Palace.
And was it Hype Moments and Aura? Was it 4th seed versus the 5th seed? So this is definitely going to be the messiest matchup we have so far on stream. Who do you think is going to be taking this one over the line?
It's going to be absolute chaos. We did, I just saw NIP, NEGEVS in Palace, that is, not Ninjas in Pyjamas, struggle against one of the lower seeds. They had a tough OT game and it ended up in a tie. However, Hype Moments and Aura, they just had a pretty solid win. 2 of their players dropping over 100 ADR. They're going to be feeling confident, but they have perhaps cooled off a little bit. They've just had to wait about 20-30 minutes for their opponents to get into the game, so maybe they've been iced out and lost all that momentum. We'll have to find out shortly. Any players that you're looking forward to seeing here, Yui?
I mean, we all talk about Eden, probably one of the most infamous people here at Epic Land. Meme, he likes to go for those, I don't want to say anything, he goes for the crazy plays, he goes for the knife kills, he tries to play on the enemies, their mentality, and try and drag them down.
Yeah.
More so than playing his own game.
I'm excited to see the clash between Eden and his former uni housemate Walton on the other team. A fierce rivalry between those two gentlemen. They've got history playing on their university team for Staffordshire. And yeah, that'll be fun. Also, shout out Morton on the side of Hype Moments and Aura. He's come all the way from Norway to compete, so he's going to be hoping to make the most of his trip here.
Yeah, and we're ready to get into the game and have a look at the veto. And it is going to be Dust 2 Mirage being banned. Ancient is going to be the map of choice today. It's pretty well played out map through Epic Land. What do you think going forward if it's like a puggy map?
Yeah, I think it will definitely be played out pretty puggy. Lots of presence in mid and fights in the B lane. I mean, yeah, Ancient's an exciting one to watch. This time last year I played on a very similar lineup to NIP with Eden, Jody and DB Dan. I think we had a few Ancient games. We were pretty good at it, but I was on the team in AWPing, so that was probably why we were so good. But yeah, we'll have to see if that success can be replicated here
Look
a
at
year
it.
later.
You can coach, you can AWP. What can't you do?
Well, yeah, yet to find out. Maybe can't cast. We'll have to find that one out too, as we just get the server ready for the match. Hopefully not too long now. Yeah, let's find some narratives about the other players. So, Jodie CS, she's very very close to the control team as well. Lover, girlfriend of their AWPer Riser. They're always hanging out, always pugging. So, you know, naturally she's going to pick up a thing or two from hanging around the greatness of Riser. Let's see it.
I reckon they're doing their 1v1 training battles all the time.
That's probably how they spend their free time.
Yeah.
Just, yeah, all 1v1s.
That's the Valentine's Day plans.
Yeah, on the side of Hype Moments and Aura, we got Patrick, a beloved member of the Bin Men, a great name in UKCS. And I believe we have the knife round ready, Yui. So let's have a little look at that.
Yeah, coming into Ancient, for the side taking T side or CT side, which do you think is preferable going forward?
I think CT side generally is better on Ancient, but you know, if you're up against a team that's not so well drilled, you really can punish some CT sides with some good B takes, good A takes as Ts as well. But I doubt either of these sides have a very deep playbook, so I think it's going to be more CT-sided.
Yeah, just looking through hype moments and auras track history in EPIC48, they've been getting smacked around the entire time. 13-4 from Control, 13-4 from Rivex, 13-2 by Glitch Tech, and then finally getting a 13-4 against ATG.
So at least,
they're coming to this off a win.
They've tasted victory, and maybe they want to savour it.
Yeah, so we're expecting good things from them coming into this game, and you never know, if Eden tries to knife them a few times, they might drop a few rounds and building to that momentum that, we know that can be so dangerous.
Punish Eden for his potential mistakes. That may be happening.
I don't want to just say Eden. A lot of them can also have that same mentality.
We do have Schizo and One Arm God on the side of NIP. DB Dan kindly said to me that they've upgraded from me with some stronger players. And that might just be the case, as those two names mentioned are the ones to find some frags here and put NIP in a 4 versus 2.
Yeah, it does look like NEGEVS in Palace are going to be going for this. It's not quite a retake as the bomb is yet to go down, but the kills are starting to come back towards Hyper Moments and Aura, but it's just not going their way. Walton is going to run away, and he has got the bomb on his back, so that could be a potential bomb plant. An extra $600 is going to go a long way.
Jod won't be able to cancel the plant, but she's ever so close.
Ooh,
will catch Walton off guard with her P2K. Struggles to find the bomb. Her buddy will defuse that for her.
Yeah, not quite sure what they're trying to save in this pistol round. I'd keep hold of that P250, those USPs. But NEGEVS and Palace are going to find their first round. And, we have them as our favourites going forward. They've got a lot more experience at Epic Land and obviously throughout the UK scene. And it does look like Hype Moments and Aura are going to force into this. I'm seeing a Tech 9 Glock. Sorry, not forced by. Looks like they're just staying above 2k.
Yeah, a small little investment. Still dangerous. It looks like all 5 Ts are heading to the right side of the map, and they may very well continue up the ramp. They do have a smoke for the molly. They will be taking a sharp left towards Cave instead, though, and Jod's already opened up the round with an 8 kill. Swings in, doesn't spot many, but now they reveal themselves. Shield spray down 2. DB down with another, and it's all on Patrick.
It was almost going to be a mow down from Jody, but they do get taken down in the end. Only the one player going down. That's a decent amount of money coming into this round. Everyone above 2 or 3k, so they could buy into the next if they were to lose. But those AKs coming out now, I'm curious to see what they can do. Obviously, it's very early into this game, so I'm not quite sure what we're going to be seeing tactically from a the 5th seeded team.
They do seem to like the B lane here, once again putting more players towards there, perhaps attempting to overcome Jody on Cave. Now, NIP with 3 on mid.
Nade stack off the mark, but Morton does actually find the first kill of the round into the 5 versus 4 Schizo. Will start to back off towards mid, as we do have 4 players stacked towards B.
Jody unsuccessful with that cave swing this time around. History will not repeat itself. How will Hype Moments and Aura develop this map control with the opening? DB Dan returns a frag and makes it a bit more difficult for HMA.
I think with this caliber of team, you just have to play to the basics, and so far they're being picked apart one by one. Just the experience of NEGEVS and NIP. They're slowly picking them apart. No, it started off as a 4 versus 3. And that's just like the
Yes.
The tactics aren't there for
Lots and lots of chaos. Return frags on all sides of the map. Schmoeder catching a bullet from Eden in the back of the head. And yeah, all of a sudden Morton's dead too. NIP 3 rounds up. Looking pretty good so far. Perhaps it wasn't me. Perhaps I was not the reason why these guys are good on Ancient. Very early into the game though.
Yeah, what I was trying to say earlier was that I just don't think that the tactics are there, that the experience is there for hype moments and aura in those late round in those late round moments where they are trying to win an advantage. They had a 4 versus 3.
Failing to develop it, yeah.
You know, they didn't have the basics down, which is what I'm trying to say. You know, they could have just tried to steamroll into the site, which I think would have been a better play, but Schizo is going to make his way up towards like Chatwalk and...
Jody's crazy in cave today. Real aggression as she swings out.
X1 just find another.
Jody's not really making these peaks work though. I don't think the initial frag is worth the squeeze. One arm's going to be trying to make something work here as well. Pushing down the ramp. There's the second. Schmoeder's got some crazy space here.
And the timing's not in their favour. They're going to be taken down by DBLAN, and it's just down to Morton with that Deagle 1 versus 3. It's not looking likely, and you know they're just been getting slapped around so far. As NEGEVS and Palace are almost guaranteed to find their 4th. Ooh. Unless Morton can find 2 more of those. Picks up the M4. And dare I say he's got a chance coming into this round.
The Norwegian talent looking to get revenge for the World Cup as he walks up the ramp now. DB Dan located deep in the short position. Neither player able to identify one another.
Does prioritise that bomb plant and finds the first onto DBLAN, and it's into the 1 versus 1. This is getting tense now, but Eden does manage to get that spray across and just about saving them from disaster there.
Yeah, Eden able to maintain the dominance in the scoreline. Nice try from Morton though, just a deagle and armor, making it real close there. I'll be interested to see if Jody keeps this cave pressure up. Like, the round wins are coming through, but I don't know if it's necessarily because of these wide swings coming out of cave.
I mean, so far, like Jody's at least gone 1 for 1. Maybe in some instances she has found 2. So, you know, I guess at the end of the day, it is a net positive. The plays that she's making, she is, you know, cracking into hyper moments like space, making sure that they've got no space to do their own plays, and putting the pressure on them.
Yeah, definitely giving them something to worry about. And I guess she identifies a fair bit of information with it, even if it is just 1 kill. I'd like to see hype moments and aura try and pressure mid a little bit more. You kind of have to get that mid control if you want a successful half.
Yeah, and so far they've only been going towards B. We haven't seen any pressure towards A. It does look pretty one-sided.
We just seen this round getting played out with 4 guys.
Surely not.
It can't be live, right? It can't be live.
No, it's not live. All 4 players are hanging around in T-spawn, and this one is going to be cancelled.
They just failed to call a tech pause. It's not that hard.
No.
You just
Cool,
type
admin.
exclamation mark pause.
Oh yeah, I mean, you can obviously do that, but failing that, call the admin.
Yeah, we will be seeing a little round reset, so please do bear with that, guys, at home. I'm guessing the buy will be something similar, though. Schmoeder has got his hands on the AVP now. That might be the difference maker in this game. First time we've got a big green in the server.
And so far, I've not really been that impressed by what we've been seeing out of hype moments. They've typically been going towards B every single round and getting mowed down. Obviously, we've had a few heroics out of Morton, but really, these rounds have been getting stomped down before they even start.
Yeah, and speaking of getting stomped down, as we were saying at the start of this game, NIP, they've been having a real tricky time, and I think they might actually be doomed for this group.
Yeah, there's no way they can get through. They've only had a tie against true leaders, and then next,
They've got Rivex and Glitch
yeah,
Tech up
that's
next.
some tough opponents going forward. You know, the fact that they lost again, was that okay? So the control one's obvious. They did get a bye. I think the fact that true leaders went 15-15, that's a big issue for NEGEVS.
Yes, I mean that's what's cost them.
You know, if they won that, they would have a chance. But because they tied that, I don't think there's a way they can get through. Unless they go on a steamroll.
Take down Glitch Tech. I mean,
Yeah.
Glitch Tech just lost to Rivex, which wasn't really expected. Perhaps the mental for Glitch Tech is just in the bin, but I don't think LTH would ever allow himself to lose to the likes of Negev in Palace. No flame to those guys, but I know LTH holds himself to some very high standards, and he's achieved a fair amount in the game.
We'll have to see. Here at Epic Land, we're not strangers to an upset here and there. And obviously NEGEVS and Palace are looking to upset the likes of Rex and Glitch Tech. They want to have any chance of getting through.
And we got all 10 players back in the server, so hopefully this will be starting pretty soon. I find it interesting to see Schmodder AWPing instead of Walton as well. I've always known Walton as an AWPer, but it seems he's taken a step back and allowing the Schmod to have a go with it.
I feel like at this tier of team though, is there always a true AWPer, or does anyone sort of just jump on it if they're feeling it on the day?
Maybe some teams, you know, there might just be like one egomaniac who insists on AWPing. But
What? And ends up going 1 and 20.
Could be like the simple of tier 7 Counter Strike.
Oh, you never know. Is that you? Are you trying to say something?
Maybe the egotistical maniac part.
But does it like Hype Moments are looking to change up this round a little bit? Not going for that B aggression so early on, splitting their players across the map, but no mid control, as you were talking earlier. That can be a massive playing point of this map.
Yeah, I think they've really got caught in their ways on never being able to hold onto B lane, and they're getting a bit stubborn, putting a lot of resources into holding it rather than working mid. But at least we do see a mid take now, and they've actually been able to cross one-arm scope here. How on earth is that?
I'm gonna be heard. Okay.
I mean, that's a pretty poor performance on the AWPing cave.
So for the first time, Hope Moments and Aura do have the man advantage. So if they're going to be winning a round, hopefully they can try and just play to their strengths. George is going to get aggressive. Does actually manage to find one onto X1, but it's still the 4 versus 3, and Morton showing his might, but does get taken down, and this is a messy retake if I've ever seen one. But Patrick will find that onto DB land, and it's just the 1 versus 3 from Eden. We've seen him do worse, and this is one that Hype Moments do not want to throw away, especially to the likes of Eden, because we know that mentality is going to be in the bin if they lose this.
They're holding him off for a while, burning through some precious seconds. Bomb halfway ticked. Eden's managed to get smoke on the bomb, but Walton is not fighting. What? Eden wins the first fight.
No
it's
way.
him versus former housemate. Tap of the bomb forces Walton into the fight, but he doesn't win the duel. That is a 1 round for Hype Moments and Aura.
You know, that's actually massive from Hype Moments. Taking down Eden, making sure that he doesn't get in their head. Yes, it was close, closer than it should have been, but getting it across the line, we do manage to get the first round for Hype Moments. And you know, look at the money. Eden does have 6k in his bank account, might be able to drop across a few weapons, but they do decide to go for the half buy, staying above 2k, making sure they can get their rifles into the next round. And this might be a second round for Hype Moments if they can pull it together. But they've gone into the fight. They've gone into the 5 stack.
Oh, no.
Everyone's here, and it's an absolute bloodbath.
Oh,
Okay.
there's one, and this might actually be a massive upset. Someone to Morton to try and save the day for his team.
This shouldn't be a 1v1.
Another clutch opportunity for Eden. He couldn't quite make it over the final hurdle last round, but he's back in the race once again.
If you're Morton, do you overthink this? Do you try and rotate to the other side of the map? Do you think Eden's going to be playing into that?
I mean, I think Eden's playing it quite well, aware that Morton's looking for him. But the longer he waits, the more potential scenarios there will be. But it looks like Eden's just going to stand his ground here and rely on the B situation. If Morton is able to push through CT and get that A plant, his situation's looking a lot better, knowing what we know.
I think he's made the wrong call here. Obviously, he has no way of knowing that Eden is going to be right around the corner to try and catch him off. Doesn't like Morton, is aware of it, and Eden is going to get the kill, and that's NEGEVS and Palace winning the force buy.
Yeah, Eden able to clutch up this time. He made it close in the previous round, but he's gone all the way now.
Yeah, and yeah, I said that if they lost the last clutch, their mentality would be in the bin, but this is even worse.
NEGEVS and Palace were eco. I mean, one hero M4 on Eden, and I guess what an investment that is, because he's...
I mean, he didn't even do half the work. His teammates with USPs ended up doing most of it.
Yeah, I mean, that is pretty terrible for the T side. Running, yeah, just rushing into a stack. The 5-7s, even a USP chiming in. Kill feed.
And again, the same thing from Hype Moments Normal as we have 3 players towards B lane, 2 players towards the A bomb site. But look at this, NEGEVS and Palace, they have full mid control. There's no space for Hype Moments to take, and they're just getting bullied out of these positions.
A slowish round, but a bit of action with that boost on B ramp. Patrick making space out of A. That's a good entry. Taking down the firepower of NIP. Jod and Eden, the top fraggers, out of this round. Pat goes from the A site into Donut and freezes a little bit. The rest of his team going back through their spawn. It seems to be an A execute working with Patrick's donut control. DB Dan's managed to get Temple, wins the first fight. What else can he do as he's smoked off?
Yeah, there's no way if they're making their way back into this. They've got no utility. They've got 2 kits, DB Dan and 1 arm.
DB Dan's managed to get a spam through the smoke.
And why are they taking this fight? Patrick's going to get that Molotov down, forces 1 arm to run around the pillar. And he is in a very stressful situation right now. 1 versus 3. Unlikely to come forward if they play this right, but they keep giving them the fights. Shmoda is going to go down, and there's still plenty of time for him to get these frags. Picks up the AK, trying to find a mistake. But as long as they don't peek... Okay, Patrick peeks. He does get the kill.
Yeah, I mean, a brave fight there. He was low HP, but I guess if he goes down, he can get the info for his full HP teammate to play off of. I mean, that was absolutely... Yeah, I mean, just the chaos is really continuing. Just really seeing the level of Counter-Strike being played. I'm trying to find a nice way to put it. It's fun, at least. It's fun to watch, but it's a bit different from what we're used to so far this LAN.
Yeah, we've been spoiled by all the high seed games so far. NEGEVS and Palace have decided to force into this one. Eden has managed to pick himself up an AWP. So he's the sole defender of the B bomb site. They are going to be aware of this mid push. Walton does find 2, and that's a 4 versus 3 going in. Nice headshot from Patrick, and it's just Jod and Eden, last two surviving. We've seen throughout the tournament this 5-7 doing an insane amount of damage, not just on this map. And Jod's going to find 1. Decides to fall back. But X1 has an advanced position, does catch off Jody, and that's now Eden in the 1 versus 3. We've seen him nearly do it before, and X1's just going to give him a free kill.
How many times are we going to see this man in a clutch? Every time he makes it A close battle. He's already got one. No, his one's on default.
Good
The flash
flash.
is too good. Forces him off the angle. And now it's going to be a little bit tougher for him to find anything with the AWP. No kit on his bum either. So once the bomb is beyond halfway ticked, it's going to be almost impossible.
Yeah. Caught looking the wrong way. Eden will be taken down. The AWP has been secured for Patrick, and that's hype moments. Actually find a little bit of momentum here coming into this first half. And I don't want to jinx it, but a fourth round. Do you think that NEGEVS and Palace have a chance at this one?
I mean, they've proven you can't count them out, but it should very much be a fourth round for Hype Moments and Aura. They just need to rush into a stacked site. Yeah, like in the past. It's the only way they can lose this.
All it takes is a gnarly headshot from one arm to completely derail these rounds. Looks like they've got a little bit of a nade stack in their minds. We've got two Zeuses, DBLAN and Judd, looking to get up close and personal.
Yeah, I love to see the Zeuses in play. No Mac 10s or techs being used by Hope Moments and Aura, so it should. It's likely that the teams will be cautious clearing most of their angles and not doing any fast plays. And they're switching up their approach here, playing a bit more heavily outside elbow. Let's get so close up.
Oh. Not a pretty fight from Schizo. Does go down. One arm, again, with that deagle, is going to be finding one. Eden. Okay, he doesn't get overlooked. Morton checks the angle, and okay, it's just a bloodbath from here. One arm has managed to find himself the AK, and I think it's just time to save, boys. Let them have the round, and just be glad that you've got an AK.
Yeah, good little find there. One arm will be holding on to this. No hunt out of Hype Moments and Aura. They're really scared of the clutch attempt.
Yeah, I mean, the economy isn't too good, to be honest, so I don't think they can afford to go for any hunts right now.
With the current state of the bomb, you don't have to run too far, I guess. I mean, on Ancient, I'm used to seeing people sprinting as far as possible with how big the bomb was, but it's a slightly different game now. So those guys will survive the explosion.
Yeah, and that AK is going to be a saving grace coming for them in this one. It does mean one arm's going to get a full belt of utility. Otherwise, everyone's struggling just a little bit. Got two kits, Eden and Schizo, struggling on utility coming into this one. So far, they've not really had to use it too much. They've just been straight up going for like the B lane control. Again, NEGEVS and Palace pushing up towards mid, making sure that Hype Moments don't have a say in this round, but it goes their way, and Hype Moments shutting them down completely. And this is way closer than I thought it was going to be.
They've gone absolutely nuclear. 4 frags altogether in the scale of about 15 seconds.
You know, if NEGEVS and Palace lose this game, there's no chance. No chance for them getting through the group stage.
Hey, I guess both teams aren't really expecting to go far into the tournament, but given that they all know each other, this match is going to mean a fair amount to them anyway. It's a matter of pride and honor on display right now. One arm being very cheeky here, playing close to the CT smoke, not going for the save this time. He's going to have to wait ages to have a chance at this Ninja Defuse, which I'm guessing is what he's going for. A Ninja Defuse on LAN, on stream.
He's got a kit.
Only on the bomb.
I mean, I'm not sure if that's going to mean much.
If he last ticks this, he may be able to get the... Why has he ran that way? I guess he...
Has he got it?
It's going. He's made it work.
What the hell? NEGEVS and Palace find 6.
A Ninja Defuse to secure the 6th round from one armed guard.
Right, now, if I'm Hype Moments and Aura, that's my mentality gone. Losing such a disgraceful round. They even threw the Molotov. They thought there's no way he's there waiting for the defuse. Alas, right at the last second he gets it.
I mean, that's going to be absolutely heartbreaking for Hype Moments and Aura. And I bet the screaming's going on right now. I think, is this a Hype Moments and Aura pause that they've called? I find that a bit strange if you've just been ninja defused and you call a pause. I guess you want to gather, you want to calm down a bit, but I feel a pause after that kind of moment will only let the tilt settle in further.
I suppose, but it's certainly not over just yet. They've done well to find 4 rounds so far. And like you said earlier, you think this, like, the CT round can be the favourable half to have. NEGEVS and Palace, their economy isn't great. One Arm's only player with $1,200. So Hype Moment still have a chance of tying this one up. And there's a team kill. Is that a team kill from Eden? It is, and it's a 4 versus 2. Schizo and DBLun not looking too pretty into this round. A laboured spray from DBLun does manage to get it across the line, but it's just the MP9. He's going to be shut down by Walton. And the money for NEGEVS in Palace is in the bin. Look at that. 3.2 for On-Arm. Everyone else, 2k.
Yeah, after winning a cheeky round that they probably shouldn't have, things go right back into the losing ways for NIP.
No ninja defuse in this round. No kits to be seen. MP9s for everyone except Jody. And again, that mid control is going to come out. Hype Moments and Aura giving them all the space they could want as they're all stacked up towards B lane. Patrick is going to get up and close and personal, but these 5-7, that one zinc to 5-7 can be very dangerous.
Up on the top of the ramp, holding a risky line. The SMG in 5-7, right next to Schmodder. Spots the back, misses the shot. Schizo finds one.
Nice spray down from One Arm, shutting them down. It's a 3 versus 2. He does pick up the AK. Hype Moments and Aura really don't want to be losing this round. Is that the bomb dropped? No, bombs towards T-spawn.
X1 heading back to pick it up now. 30 seconds left on the clock. B is the only real option for Hype Moments and Aura, unless they speed things up and run mid to donut. Still 2 NIP players on the B site to defend. It's a 2 versus 2, I guess. Eden's on the other side. Information gained from the sound, though. CT Crunch retake comes in. One Arm actually loses the duel, but DB Dan's there to trade.
Ooh, tough spray from Walton.
As he got into short, he's dived through the smoke, but the tap of the bomb is going to force him to fight. And Eden's ready and welcomes that duel. NIP win the first half 7-5.
Courtesy of an MP9 force buy. They're going to be happy about that one. Hype Moments and Aura, not so much. Definitely should have been walking away with that 6-6 half, but either way, it's all about getting the pistol around and then the follow-up conversion, and then all of a sudden, we're back to a tied scoreline.
Yeah, big pistol round. I'm seeing a kit and a smoke on Patrick. No dualies in play for the CTs, despite the kit purchase. It looked like, I mean, Pat's being cheeky here. He's hoping for like a ninja defuse or something. Morton hearing all these steps heading towards him. Gets the first. And the second. Pins it in from Jod though. Bomb plant attempted. One plant successful. But nothing else successful for NIP.
No matter how high of a level you are on Face It, a B rush, it always happens. And, you know, it didn't work out for them this time, and maybe that's for the best. Maybe you shouldn't be rushing B. Leave that strap down at 5k elo, 5k Prem elo.
I mean, yeah, it wasn't pretty. I mean, Morton was able to get a 2k, and the shots weren't even that clean. It was some scrappy stuff. But yeah, Morton was, yeah, nobody could find a counter to him.
I've got a scrappy buy ahead. 2 Galils on the side of NIP. Bit of utility being sprinkled around the map, going for that mid control. Showing Hype Moments and Aura how it's done. Or maybe they'll just be shut down in their path. They've been given the control. Hype Moments and Aura are just holding on to the bomb sites. Shimoda throws a defensive smoke, denying any control towards Donut, but that leaves one arm with free reign to walk up towards Red Room. Walton is going to be here just in case, but it looks like the B split is going to be the point of contention.
1 minute on the clock and the action's about to happen. Jod leading the pack up ramp. Flashed in and it's a great banger. Lots of frags being found. But Hype Moments and Aura respond with a 3k. Now we're looking at 2 versus 2 post plant. Schizo makes it a 2 versus 1 though. It's all on Walton. Trying to clutch from Cave now. He's got a kit. Smokes off short, but Schizo plays in front. It's not looking good.
Oh,
what a
what
shot!
a flick! Doesn't mean anything in the end, but he can aim.
He then like instantly swings off it and wins 2 versus 1, but that was terrifying. I think that's the best shot I've ever seen Walton hit. That was
Is that a compliment?
It's an impressive shot, I'll leave it at that. NIP put themselves back into winning ways though.
Hype Moment's going to be coming back with their own force by not happy about that loss. It was some good utility out of NEGEVS and Palace. Obviously, great flash to entry into the bomb site. They're going to try and take that B lane space, and they're succeeding. Patrick's managed to pick himself up an AK. Walton has one in front of him that he is going to be able to upgrade into. And this round's looking way more dangerous than it should have. 2 AKs, a 5-7 Morton. Labour spray from Schizo, but does manage to get it across the line, and it's these 2 AKs. Do you go for it, or do you just save? It's Kit in a smoke.
It seems like they're going to try and hold on to these AKs though. A very precious thing to have on a CT side. Holds will be a lot easier in the next rounds. I'm guessing Hype Moments and Aura are going to buy around these saved guns.
I think you have to at this point. You don't want to let NIP run away with this momentum that they have been building up. We have one good round from Hype Moments and Aura, but they've just been looking flat so far. So these AKs going to be massive going forward, and DB Land finds Patrick, and that's just the one going forward. I don't think they would have forced her anyway, to be honest.
Just playing for pistols and gonna let Walton try and make something happen with the AK, which I mean we know he's capable of landing bangers, but he'll have to go above and beyond. Wait a minute, it's a stack with the AK and Cave, and there's lots of NIP players around.
Oh, caught off guard. Messy spray from Patrick, but that Mac 10 and the AK of one arm are going to do their work. Low HP, so it's a shame that these kills didn't come through, but that nade is going to dunk onto Schmodder, and that's NIP cleaning that one up.
NIP able to deal with a stack much better on their T side than Hype Moments and Aura were.
Yeah, and this spy out of the CT side, it's not looking good. A minimal amount of utility. This is getting desperate, boys. Trying to find anything they can, and looks like it's just going to be a clear A rush. Modder with his AWP does find one, and he's going to fall back towards Donut. Going for the second, nice flick, does only get the leg, but they are making their way into the bomb site. The control is there, but we have all 5 players still alive for the CT side. Blind spray through that smoke, doesn't find anything, but there's no kit, there's one smoke, so they can't afford to wait around waiting. They have to go, guns blazing. One arm goes find the first, but the kills are coming through for the CT side. Oh, DBLAN finds one, Walton on the second. The kills are coming through. Eden's trying his best, but he's only on 15 HP. There's no way he can get it. He's got to walk through the smoke, and they're going to be ready for him. And that's Hype Moments and Aura finding their 7th and making their way back into this competitively.
Absolutely, it was great to see Schmodder getting that opening pick and then falling back into Donut, playing for his life. I think that was a real difference maker in the rounds. If he went down there and may even if the T's could have got that AWP and used it in the post-plant scenario, it could have been a very different story. So well played, Schmodder there.
Yeah. Good amount of discipline from him, knowing when and where to fall back to when it's appropriate to take that fight. Unfortunately for them, due to NIP's vast amount of wins, they've got a lot of money in the bank, more than enough to buy into this with all the bells and whistles, and it's just going to be a case of Hype Moments and Aura holding on to this momentum with everything they can. Patrick does find the first kill of the round, and it's just through the smoke. One arm. Is he going to go for the fight? He does, and one arm finds it.
4 versus 4 now. Jard attempting to change that. Still 3 CTs on B. A little bit of execute util being sent in, but it's all a fake. Jard selling it very nicely.
Some crispy shots being shot today. Nade slightly off the mark. Aware of the position. One arm's going to have to fall off the angle. Takes a lick of damage as he falls back, and it's just going to be Donut through to A. We have got X1 hiding in the back lines. There's not really much he can do in this situation other than hit headshots left, right, and center. Nearly gets the one onto Eden, but he's shut down. DBLAN's playing dangerously close towards his smoke. That AWP's not really the right weapon for the retake. He's got 2 flashes to try and get himself back into the bomb site, but does manage to get one to DBLAN. There's no smoke. They've just got to go for the stick and protect the teammate. Morton does find one. Jod has to go for the peak, has to go for it, doesn't... Oh, okay.
Pulls the diffuser off, and he might not have time.
No, he's got time, he's got time. Easy.
Woo!
That's a nice retake from Hype Moments and Aura.
Going down to the final straw. NIP still in the lead with a few rounds to play with, but it's definitely getting close.
Bison? We're actually seeing a Bison? Okay.
Oh, we found that.
I saw a few NEGEVS being teased earlier.
Yeah, I feel like DV Dan wasn't even teasing there. I think he was genuinely considering the Bison.
Trying to prove it's meta. I'm not quite sure about that. Oh, that's a lot of damage on one arm. He's going to go down for nothing. That AWP has been taken down. Can they even retrieve it? Has it gone on the other side of the box? I think it... Okay.
Just getting yoinked now. DB Dan taking a few risks to pick that up. I don't see much of Dan on the AWP. And that might continue as he switches to the Tech 9 to go into the site. Short smoked off. X1 still present on long. Walton not too far away either. X1 remains tucked. Player in his crosshair now.
Oh,
Bullets don't connect onto Schizo. He does find some frags now, though. Jod returns with the spam onto Walton. It's going to be a tricky one to make work for NIP now, though. Eden and Jod. I guess at this point, you can consider them long-term teammates, as they work together pretty well here. Little crossfire from Ramp and Cave. Hype Moments and Aura attempt to dismantle it, picking off the first piece. It's all on Eden now. He connects one, but Morton charges straight into his face to secure that round for Hype Moments and Aura. Now just one round between it. 9-10.
I want to say that was a really good retake from Hype Moments and Aura, but that was just NEGEVS in Palace dropping the ball. We saw Schizo.
I don't know if I agree on the great retake. It being
No, I don't think it's a great retake. I
4.
think NEGEVS and Palace dropped the ball on that one. It was obviously a good retake. They managed to get the kills across, but there's just too many shots being missed.
It was close, and Eden and Jod's not even close to one another there, but still bouncing off one another so well. Missed shot there from Schmodder. Lots of pressure coming into Donut now. He hears those steps. One landed, but the no-scope doesn't connect, and those pistol kills do come in the way of NIP. One planted now. X1 not waiting for his team. He tried to deny it himself, and he'll be regretting that.
Aggressive angle from one arm, and that's just NEGEVS and Palace going for the quick donut play and shutting them down. What do you even do if you're Morton? You're 1 HP. There's no way. Even if they go for a blind spam through the smoke, there's nothing they can do. Morton taken down, and NEGEVS and Palace finding their 11th.
Yeah, the eco pistol dub.
Money for Hype Moments and Aura.
Very, very costly for CT3 losing that. NIP edge closer to match point.
They're going for the fours.
Actually, they want to prevent NIP from reaching that match point. But I mean, if Hype Moments and Aura lose this round, it's so over for them.
The loss bonus isn't there to fall back on.
It's do or die right now. Double aggression into A main and elbow.
Okay.
And the crunch works onto the T's, but the B side's completely open. NIP do have the bomb to work with. Currently at a man disadvantage, but with some serious map control.
I mean, that whole play was a massive gamble, and we're going to have to wait to see if it pays off for the side of Hype Moments. They have managed to claw it back into the 2 versus 2, but Patrick, only on 7 points of health, is going to jump forward. A Hail Mary from him. Eden knows he doesn't have to keep peeking this. He's going to play this one safe, trying to score. That's 12th round. It's going to work out for them. And, you know, it looked good for a moment from Hype Moments and Aura, but it's a double-edged sword, that entire play. They took one side of the map and completely neglected the B-bomb side.
Yeah, some real gamble CS from Hype Moments and Aura there. Not going their way, it was close. But, yeah, the gamble into the economy, the gamble into the stack on the map. And with Sod's Law, it didn't go their way.
Yeah, and this is an even worse by coming into what could be the last round of this game. They've got 3 pistols, 2 MP9s, and they're going to take that mid control nice and early, but they might be going into the AWP of one arm if they're not careful. Playing this one slowly, don't want to give any picks away too early, just holding on to that mid control. Patrick finds a nice one onto one arm, besting the AWP.
Deke versus AWP.
Oh, that's a good flash. But only the one for Schizo. Round slowly falls apart, but we have Walton on site. He's been spotted. They have to clear him out. This 5-7's got to do work, but it's messy from him and Patrick. It's a 1 versus 3. You've got the AK. You've not been having the best game.
He's had one nice shot this round, but nothing further. Jod closes the game out, and that's NEGEVS in Palace. Taking it after a scrappy game in overtime in their previous. At least they were warm for this one. And yeah, the battle of friends goes in the way of Eden and his merry team. I'm sure they're going to be talking to one another after that.
Yeah, that was definitely a messy game. There was the lowest seed game we've done so far on stream, so it's what we expected, you know. But I think towards the end, Eden's team, they locked in and they wanted to get it across the line.
Yeah, and there were definitely some moments that were looking a bit doubtful, but Eden's team just managing to stay in the lead for the majority of that second half and getting over the line eventually. Some fun moments, some fun clutches. It was fun to see that eco stack go in the way of NIP as well. Any moments you enjoyed, Yui?
Yeah, I just think that entire game was back and forth, right until the end, where they did start to lock in and really show them how good they are. And there were some good moments, some good clutches, almost a nice shot, almost a nice moment out of Patrick there on that last round, but it couldn't carry on.
Cheeky little one dig, but yeah, that's been the game, guys. I'm gonna send you over to a little break, and we'll be back with some more Counter-Strike action shortly. Don't go anywhere.